14 Europe. We've got Liquid versus CIS Rejects. Let me turn on Dota sounds. Let me get my co-caster in here. How you doing, PqMz?
I'm good. Hopefully this game will be a lot more free-flowing than the last. And I'm actually really excited to see both these teams play because I've never got the chance to watch them before.
Yes. Now, I must admit I am in the same boat. I have not had very many opportunities to watch Liquid because I'm always casting. So I'm super excited to see what they're going to output. We've got the IO ban out, of course, very common here. We've also got stand-in 666. I'm not sure if that's actually someone else. Oh goodness, we might actually have a bunch. No, Always Wanna Fly has been playing with them. I'm not sure if 666 is someone I'm missing. But everybody else looks right. Oh, I have an idea. Because 123, 123 is actually someone else. Some of these players have odd names on Dota. Either way, we've got a Tusk first pickup from Liquid here. They have a ridiculously high win rate on. I want to say it's 80%, but for the team overall, it might be a little bit lower. And they are comfortable. Kind of funny, KuroKy doesn't seem to play this hero, but both Jerax or Mind Control on the offlane play it. So
I think it's like the perfect hero for Jerax. If he was to design a hero other than maybe Earth Spirit, that would probably be his hero right now. Just the playstyle fits him perfectly.
He's just good at bowling.
The hero as well.
Out of control. Is that what Jerax does?
Yeah, he's obviously a baller.
Oh, well done. Sorry, I'm like way too proud of myself. I'm getting myself a second cup of tea, so hopefully we will be more excited, more awake. But there is a Radiant Shadow Fiend and the beginnings of a minus armor strat, and Dazzle is still not picked or banned. So maybe Team Liquid go okay. I wasn't expecting that. Just quickly, Slaughter, Shadow Fiend. Slaughter, always a strong offlaner right now. Shadow Fiend, a really strong mid laner, especially on Radiant, where it's much easier to stack. Team Liquid actually ban out the Dazzle, which I feel like is a good counter to the minus armor. Maybe they'll get themselves the Lich. But Viper, you said ugh. What do you think is the thought process for him here? Because he's tanky, but not to physical damage. Like, I guess he can take a few raises.
I think the thought process is one of Fada's best heroes in general, I think. Like, mech buying mid carriers that can like win their lane. And Tusk can put a lot of pressure on the Shadow Fiend. He can A, stop the stacks happening just by being there and putting pressure, unless there's another support there. Viper is naturally going to do really well at the first few levels until Shadow Fiend gets level 5 and he can start raising out the wave. But until that time, he's exceptionally vulnerable to heroes like Tusk. Viper's one of the better heroes at dealing with, like, or putting pressure.
And Viper has in fact been played this patch 4 times by Fodder. Only a 50% win rate, but definitely, as you said, it's a hero that can be maybe a bit overly aggressive in that mid lane just because of some of his advantages. And certainly if that is a support Tusk for Jerax, it's going to be some snowballs, some ice shards, probably of death.
5 seconds remaining.
It's going to be really hard for the Shadow Fiend if they don't have a hero to protect him. Why the Dazzle gets banned out, the Bane, decent ban as well.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm kind of expecting Lich for Team Liquid. I'm trying to pull up how often they play it, because I feel like KuroKy, he, of course, very flexible, well-known. I think mostly, his most well-known hero is, of course, the Rubik, but he can play, I'm sure he can play everything at this point. And yeah, they picked Lich quite a bunch for him on this patch. Also Undying a lot, but since it's banned out, doubtful we'll see that unless something very strange happened. But CIS Rejects beat them to the punch!
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
I think Lich is really meta right now. I think everyone's just comfortable picking it and like the playstyle it offers. But it's nice to see the hero like come out the dumps and actually be picked, even though it's quite boring.
Yeah, I think the other thing to say about Lich is, okay, so a lot of people like Lich is super easy to play. I think he's one of those heroes with a very low entry-level skill that you need to have a good time on the hero, but actually using making the most of him, you know, because he's so simple, can go quite high. Another thing I'm interested to see here, they've already picked up the Gyrocopter, so I guess CIS Rejects don't need to worry about some of the other core heroes, but what will KuroKy end up picking for himself? And do they decide they need more lockdown? Because between a Viper and Gyro, you got a lot of slowing, but you're not generally using Rocket.
Most people probably get a value point, but as you say, it's much later on. So I'd expect I was gonna say Wyvern's an option,
Team
but
Liquids, turn
CIS
to
take
pick.
that for themselves. Good on their own right, and it's also a really good deny pick from Liquid. But I would favor some kind of lockdown. I don't think Rubik's particularly good just because he's fairly weak early.
No, and he's not the strongest this patch, even though there are a lot of good spells coming out. He just doesn't feel like he does enough, maybe, this patch, unless there's a fantastic lineup. How do you feel about... Apparently Kuroki has played a support Brewmaster this patch, which is
10
interesting.
seconds remaining.
Earthshaker, I mean, maybe too much like the Tuscan, just
5
another support who
seconds
needs a bit
remaining.
too much farm.
I could see Shaker if they maybe put the Tusk as an offlane, but I
Reserve
don't
time.
think it would work, as you say, as a duo.
Can you CM here as well, maybe? I know, of course, she doesn't have maybe the strongest laning presence, although she can certainly zone, get off a lot of Frostbite, but I think just a little bit of Monosh would help all over the map here. But instead of Disruptor.
I think the thing with CM is there's too much pressure in theory of the Lich Sladder, and Jaro can't be there on his own, so you need a laning support. And Disruptor offers that. Not the best at the first few levels. Then again, I suppose Thunderstrike got a decent buff, so he can put out a lot of damage. But
Well, it got
since
a
he
buff
gets,
and a
like, level-
nerf. It got the vision nerf.
Yeah, but the vision's irrelevant in the lane, so it's mostly just for damage. Since he gets like level 3, the Sladder is potentially
Reserve time.
killable, I suppose, with Rocket Barrage. And it's just a decent hero at dealing with these teams that want to run at you
Remaining.
to a barrier. It's also a really good catch.
This will also be the first time Kuroki
Team
plays Disruptor on this
Liquid's
patch.
turn
I'm
to
sure he has
bat.
plenty of experience with the hero otherwise, but I wonder if experience... As you said, the vision isn't so important. The vision nerf was just that the AoE vision that it gave is now gone. And of course you can still get glimpse up on the hero where the Thunderclap is on it, but it's no longer so easy to maybe see other people going on around the Disruptor. I don't know how much that'll affect things. And the Night Stalker ban out... Where would they have run that, like, oh, they would
I think
think it's...
either role would have
yeah.
been fine. It makes a lot of sense with a Disruptor. The vision game can be like really strong. If you get like Ags into vision at night,
10
and then you can just
seconds
glimpse people
remaining.
around, it gives them catch, and it also gives them more early game presence, which
5 seconds remaining.
is what they're striving with right now. It would complement their lineup really well.
Yep.
The CIS need heroes that can deal with that, so they opt for the
Team
Jug.
Liquids, turn
I think it's a
to
fairly
pick.
good option.
And they have some really good protection for this guy, right? He, of course, has Spin. They have Cold Embrace if he's taking that physical damage. Lich is going to be able to put Ice Armor on him again to make it so he doesn't have to worry as much. So, feels pretty nice. And Clockwork pickup, always good against a Shadow Fiend. So, I would hate to be Shadow Fiend here because I feel like you have to deal with Tusk early. And then Tusk is going to... I mean, once Mind Control hits 6, he comes mid for the gank. That's just how you play it. Them's the rules.
Most of the time, yeah. There is like the next level thing where you go off the map, etc. But no point delving into it. I think, it will be hard to be Shadow Fiend this game, and I don't think he's going to get too much help from his supports for the first few minutes, because the Clockwork's going to demand some attention.
100%.
I really like Liquid's draft in general. They have good catch from the Disruptor, Tusk, Clock.
10
They have a
seconds
really
remaining.
strong core of heroes that can just go at you early, take the fight to you before you
5
get
seconds
online.
remaining.
If it works well, then it should be a fairly quick performance from them.
Or will it be, and will we be late to our next set? Doesn't matter if we're late to our next set, because Liquid is in the next set as well. So if we're late to the next set, it's like, whatever. Liquid can't exactly
Prepare
leave
for
early.
battle.
Alright, game is lost. CIS wasted a self.
What happened?
Someone self to Shadow Fiend. The game is over.
Oh, probably meant to give him a tango, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it was Goblack.
Maybe
I don't know, actually.
maybe they're just that confident, and Gold Black is like, guys, I gotta even the odds.
But then you would deny it in front of them in the lane.
Oh,
You
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
use
you
in
drop
the
it in
fountain,
mid.
You would drop it in the lane
Yeah.
and deny it.
So
And it would give you a soul in a perfect world, but, you know, that would be broken.
somebody asked the other day, they're like, can you get souls off of, like, denying items? And it's like, no,
It
otherwise
used to be a thing, I believe.
But then the strat would be just buy branches and get yourself
Yeah,
souls.
exactly. It
Anyway,
used to be the strat with Venom wards.
30
You would
seconds
put
to
them
battle.
back when Roche was in its old position. You would put Venom wards in the Roche pit. He would hit them once. Shadow Fiend denies them. He'd
Oh.
go to lane with full souls. It was the most broken strat ever.
yeah, I also, lots of funny things there. Let's quickly introduce the teams on CIS Rejects. We've got Iceberg, a very strong, very new to the scene mid laner. We've got 666 playing up that Juggernaut. We've got Always Want to Fly, or Wanna Fly, I guess, on the Wyvern.
The battle begins.
Lich going to be played by Go Black, and of course that leaves Afterlife on the off laner.
Liquid Kuroki's on the Disruptor, who managed to get the ward placed by CIS. So early vision advantage coming out for Fata on the Viper mid, who's going to have a very good time with that. No lane vision coming out for the Shadow Fiend on top of him having his own is going to make the lane even harder. And to round it out, Jerax on the Tusk, Mind Controls on the Clark, and Matumba Man on the Gyra.
Now, this top lane from Matumba Man should be pretty simple. It's a little bit rough trying to catch out the Slaughter. Actually, Shadow Fiend going down. Is he just about to die? Yeah, one more auto attack will do it. And that is our first blood. I was expecting Shadow Fiend to die a bunch to Tusk and Fodder. I wasn't expecting him to die before the minute mark.
I was thinking the Tusk would need at least level 2, but he proved us wrong.
Was the Ice Shards just perfect? I didn't actually catch the very beginning of the engagement.
Yeah, they ward him off, and the auto attacks from Viper is just too much, and Lich is actually taking a lot of damage.
Yeah,
contest the ward.
Viper has level 2, so even if he runs out of mana and can't use that poison attack, he can still just get a crap ton with another toxin. And Iceberg actually eating the ward there, choosing the regen over. Well, he's at 6, so never mind.
They just want to deny that vision as soon as possible.
They don't want to risk it getting de-warded as well, even though it is a potential soul, and he gets the gold anyway when he eats it. So. Oh.
The change to being able to eat wards just made supporting like such a different game, I feel like.
Not only that, it does help in mid. You get the double regen off of when you eat the ward. You get double the regen a Tango would normally give you. And so I think a play like that's certainly very helpful. Although why does Shadow Fiend have a Tango in his stash? I will never know.
From when he died, he would have put a Tango in the stash
to get the TP.
Yeah.
So in this mid lane, they're kind of running a dual mid coming out from CIS Rejects. Actually, Lich is maybe now rotating away. Do you think he can do this, or if he's left alone, oh my goodness, Jerax. I mean, they're going to get the bounty, but oh, he rolls over it, and now actually Kuroki's kind of on the wrong side of town. Here comes Fodder, knowing he doesn't have enough health. He might take... No, the second raise is definitely going to miss. And this is just a lot of wasted time for everyone.
If that shard block actually stopped him getting the bounty in, that would have been like the best thing I've ever seen from a Tusk.
I think it had to be...
Unfortunately, he still get it.
Yeah, I think it had to be a little bit further forwards. Or a little bit further down, I guess, is the direction in Dota. It's rough. Mind control...
Sorry, go on.
No, just mind control's having a tough time in bottom, what were you saying?
I want to see a question about the Lich. I think he needs to continue doing this just because Shadow Fiend's like quite far behind already. He doesn't have his bottle yet. He's actually leading on CS, but I think that's just because the Viper's been dealing with like outputting a lot of pressure instead of going for the CS, which will probably change soon. Now the Tusk is here, you can see the Shadow Fiend's like not even going to the wave, so he needs for Lich to do the stacking, which he's doing right now.
And it actually works out, as you said, the Lich can stack, can be near enough by that if there is trouble, he can come back in, throw out that Frost Blast, and see about helping. In the top lane, though, we did notice that Slaughter went down. It's a really rough lane, because normally, if it's anybody but the Disruptor, you can just sprint away most of the time, even with someone who has, like, a stun, you just wait out the stun. But Disruptor, you sprint away, and then you're right back in the middle of it.
And then you're just taking more damage from using the sprint in the first place. But to take more damage, you have to have it leveled, right? And he's still level 1.
Yeah.
And I think the way they rectify this is as soon as Shadow Fiend takes stacks, he has to come mid. There has to be clear communication between that, so he actually gets a way to go back into the game. Right now, he's struggling.
I didn't realize he was actually still level 1. I assumed that he had just tried to sprint away because I only caught the tail end and he was quite far away. But as you said, he doesn't even have an option to sprint away. And Fodder again going for a lot of harass onto Iceberg. I've seen Iceberg play in a couple other tournaments that I've managed to catch, and he generally dominates mid, but he's a very high risk, high reward player, and this matchup not in favor of him. I don't think there's much you can do against a Viper who's pretty naturally tanky to your main source of magic damage.
He's doing a good job at the moment. He's 6 CS up. He's at full health with the DD rune, so his lane's going fine now. Mostly due to the Lich, though. Tusk just hasn't had the ability to go in when the Lich is constantly harassing the Viper down to a low health.
And because the Lich is up there, it does mean they've sacked other lanes. Mind Control is level 4 compared to this level 2 on Afterlife, on the offlane Slaughter, and of course Gyrocopter is having a free farm field day. 34 CS at almost 5 minutes in.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
and you can see the difference between Clockwork putting a tiny bit of pressure and the Jug's like 8 CS behind.
Oh, I
And
spoke
actually
even
it-
with the DD is going down. One more auto attack will do it. Jerax with another beautiful block. It felt like he didn't even feel like on the iceberg he couldn't wander around the ice shards and get out. Oh,
Yeah, that block was like inch perfect.
it was really well done. So we've got another
He's a tough
pause.
player.
Indeed. So we got another pause, unfortunately, coming out. I'm not sure what's up. He maybe is saying I'm having some lag issues, folks, and hopefully it's not whatever happened last game.
Yeah, what happened last game? I thought it was just like pretty free flowing, good games, right? Nothing happened, right?
Yeah,
Right?
there were just 3 calm, action-packed games. So
Calm and action packed is 2 different things. So.
I am drinking my tea so my brain starts working. Chugging
Yeah.
that business.
I subbed out my squash for Monster just so I'd actually be awake, and it's working, I think, so it's good.
I actually oversteeped my tea. It's bitter as. Oh.
You should go change that while there's a pause going
No,
on.
no, it's too late. I just have to suck it up and drink it. It's also mate, so it's gonna be a bit bitter than usual. I ran out of my Chinese tea. It's the worst. We're ready to go. No more talk about tea. Yeah, it's a bit
No,
early.
but tea's important.
Yeah.
You know, there's British influence here. We have to
Yeah,
promote
of course.
the tea.
I got so many tea influences. Anyway, we got a small lead for Liquid, in both experience and farm. Always. In gold, it's always impressive to have the lead against the Lich, since the deny, the sacrifice, often does quite a bit of work to your experience, but I think it's mainly just Afterlife only being level 2, although he does have a creep wave pushing in, and if it does hit tower and he can actually leech from his hiding spot, he should be able to hit 3.5 at least off of this.
Yeah, the level difference will probably close in as soon as he starts getting the experience from these creeps. Dead. And the Viper is about to hit level 6 as well, which is probably the timing they want with the Tusk.
Yeah.
That's when they can do like a lot of things to the Shadow Fiend, and he's gonna need the support to constantly be there. Even if they are there, I think he still dies.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
it's not a nice lane for Iceberg. They're actually maybe doing a wraparound gank. Dirax's doing a fantastic job as well. He's only level 2. He's actually coming down for bottom. They managed to get the kill for 666. And now the Omni Slash. Dirax, one more auto attack will do it. 666. Will the tower even get him? Can he change the aggro? Yes, he can. So suddenly a double kill on the bottom lane. And
Radiant's top tower is
Juggernaut,
under attack.
very happy with that. All the way healed back up. And yeah, they get a tower on top, but
Dire's
Jug.
bottom
That's a big
tower
win
is
for
under
CSR, I think.
yeah.
One, using the Omni like immediately is always like perfect scenario, right? You
And
get
actually
off
having it
down.
be a kill, right? Because we've often seen level 1 Omni not really doing the work it needs to.
I'm not sure if Jarek's like have a mango or anything, but when he TP'd in, he
Radiant's
just
top
didn't have
tower is
spells.
under attack.
So obviously the Omni being able to take him down.
Yeah.
Fortunate. When you TP in to try help your team and then you just feed away a kill, it's always sad.
But it happens sometimes, and that's what makes Dota a more even game. And with that, yeah, still.
Look at this move from the Gyro. This is like C-deck kind of stuff from TI. Running
I mean,
it.
why not? He's looking for stacks. He's seeing what he can get and trying to make sure they push a tower. Early gold for
5 heroes.
yeah, I think it's an early tower push. Early gold for their whole team really helps out. We've got a snowball onto Always Wanna Fly, and there is nothing a Wyvern can do at this point. 666 actually staying around, seeing if maybe they can mount some sort of defense, but I'm not sure how CIS Rejects, I've called them CSI Rejects, that's a different thing, can respond to this.
That would be a pretty legit thing if you just got all the people who got like killed off in CSI episodes and put them all together. That could work.
I
right?
doubt they know how to play Dota. They're getting ready for the defense here. Always Wanna Fly. He's got Splinter Blast. I don't know how you beat this. I think this tower probably going down in favor of Liquid, especially with Glyph already being burned. But 666 will pop up some healing, and Fodder really ready to go ham. He's going to be getting close to a mech, although I think the Korean might be bringing in boots. But Matamba, man, he is not seeing Always Wanna Fly because it's nighttime. So never mind. I thought he was going to find him, chase him down. do rude things.
He was definitely dead to a glimpse, though. He managed to fog really well.
Yeah.
This
66.
is like kind of risky if they go for this stack.
Yeah, he's
This is
about.
where CSI can fight.
Oh, God.
CIS. Now you've got me doing it.
It happens. We've got a lot of damage coming out of Fodder. They're trying to raise him down, though. A lot happening to him, and he may go down. He pops up his wand. We got a hook shot into the middle of the cooldown, and 666 is going to be the first to fall. The hook shot not... it gets enough done, and they've got one kill. They got it on the Juggernaut, and I think that they're content to back out. Maybe they can even turn this, but with... Oh, Matamba Man eats a mango, turning around on Afterlife. Kuroki does have the glimpse. He can't see anyone, and it's a level 2 glimpse, so not quite in range, and that's going to be the end of that engagement.
Still trying to go. This is like a bit over-aggressive, I think.
He has one charges, I think, is his plan. He'll kill them all. I think also maybe potentially they wanted to secure these stacks.
Oh, if Jarex can... He can snipe some of these, maybe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh.
attack.
He gets free. That's better than nothing.
Yeah.
He's actually going in. Oh my god, if he kills the shadow.
Matamba Man, one more auto attack and he'll do it, and that was he gets 2! Matamba Man, what is going on? Is he thinking about going on to Afterlife as well? He doesn't have 1 charges, he does have 3 in a second. He could just use the cooldown casually, but it's hard with the amp damage because they know you're coming.
Radiant's
So Matamba Man,
under attack.
doing gyrocopter
I think
things.
Finished Blood is like really strong, and now Godblack gets
They're
scouted
still
out by
here. This
Block.
game, Lich ulti pops out, but it doesn't bounce enough, and now Clockwork Mind Control. He can't exactly get himself free, but Jarex has snowballed in. There's going to be a little bit of a shot. He misses the hook shot. The rocket hits, but Matamba Man is back in here. He's got a cooldown. He's actually being spun down, and 666 doesn't have Omni Slash. The Splinter Blow is going to slow him a little bit. Matamba Man, will he meet his demise? The amp damage is on him as well, and Matamba Man gets it away. Afterlife is going down, and will 666 be next, I wonder? And Matamba Man, he's probably actually secretly coming back in on the backlines. He's actually not. We've got an engagement. Shadow Fiend, Iceberg manages to pick off Disruptor. He's gonna fall, though. They have enough poison on him, and yeah, he's goodbye. So, Ice Shots as well. 666 gonna spin. He's still blocked a little bit. Has to go the long way home, and the moment the spin is down, can they get some of these debuffs? Snowball gonna block him out, and now they are gonna slow him down as well. And while Matamba Man wasn't involved in the last of that, because everybody else on Liquid is so ready to go, so ham,
Radiant's bottom tower
it's just,
is
I
under attack.
don't know what we just watched. Like,
We wanted action-packed games,
I
right?
did.
And Liquid are bringing it to the Russians. This is good stuff. The Finished Blood is very strong. Makes you very manly.
Much like with having a Husker, taking a really good advantage of how strong the Viper is early and actually going for another kill on the slaughter. Goodbye, Afterlife. I'm not sure how you dodge this one. There's going to be a little hat put on Afterlife, and he thinks he's putting the hat on Kuroki, but in fact he is the one who's going to be deaded by Fodder. Fodder should have enough damage, oh, they even glimpse him back just in case. The immediate TP, and that's not going to be... Oh, they get the kill.
Oh, that was so close.
I did not quite think they would get it, but Fodder proving that with 2 points in Nether Toxin and willpower... He's not finished though, Fodder. Fodder is German?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Correct.
So, I mean, German efficiency, getting it right at the last second. Can we do that one?
No, I think Kuroki got that last second with the Thunderstrike coming off cooldown. So, I don't know, but he's German as well.
Yeah, he's German
right?
as well, so it's still German efficiency.
German efficiency.
German
you are right, just wrong
efficiency.
player.
Dire's
Either way,
middle is under
if you're
attack.
CIS...
Cancels TP bottom from Jerk, he's gonna go down.
Oh goodness, and Joe goes down. I'm watching the Winter Wyvern being vipered on up top, although maybe Fodder has overstayed his welcome. He is amp damage up, Slithering Crush comes out, and you don't do anything against physical damage. Fodder, he needs help. They're actually turning it around. Afterlife might fall to the Static Storm. He's cold embraced in the Static Storm. I think he could have walked outside of it and lived, but
Yeah,
no.
he was fine.
It was too late, and Iceberg trying to return the kill onto Kuroki. He has a kinetic field he can put up to zone them, and he does so. So, it's a huge kill, though, picking off the Viper here for CIS Rejects.
Losing so much around the map, though. Even getting that kill, they lost Jug bottom, they lost the tower as well. Just good rotation from Mind Control, being right place, right time to cancel the spin.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, this, a bit of craziness coming out of Liquid. I think it's going to calm down a little bit. CIS Rejects here, they really just need to, I think, step back, calm it down.
I think it's hard to do that though, because right now, Liquid are just running at them, and if you split up, they have ways of still killing you. With the hook, the tusk, they've got glimpse as well if you try to run and they somehow get vision from like a rocket or something.
Yeah.
So, I think they just have to like get on the same page, take good tactical engagements, as opposed to just doing what they're
Oh,
doing
we've
now,
got a big
mindless
team
being
fight. There's a
minions.
cooldown. There's going to be a Winter's Curse. Matomba Man has finally maybe overstepped, but the Omni Slash, it's not being used yet. Matomba Man, he's going to finally go down to it. Mind Control has got a Blade Mail, but it is not going to be enough, and they get a huge bounty off the back of that. Can they follow up on Jarek's Afterlife going in? Got his sprint finally back on cooldown, but instead realizes he doesn't want to be caught in Static Storm and is just going to let them escape. But the huge kill on Matomba Man netting them 2.5k gold when this all settles down, and Liquid probably also realizing they need a bit more farm on their heroes. I want to say a little bit of that. Also the fact that Matomba Man decided on the Gyro to go Yasha first certainly ups your damage, but a lot of people these days seem to be preferring Sanj so they can be tankier in those engagements.
Yeah, maybe the TPs weren't so mindless after all, realizing it was only a few heroes, and I guess that's the best way to do it. If they overextend on Liquid, you see, I'm guessing they saw the Viper top, having no way to get bottom. He's like their most teamfight orientated hero, I guess, right now, to be in the front. Matomba Man's not, as you said, as tanky as he would like to be right now, but he's working on it.
Yeah. We've got another Battle Fury Juggernaut, so I don't know if this is gonna come back to bite them, like it maybe seemed to in our last match, but this Juggernaut, he is going to be keeping up his farm with this Battle Fury when it comes out.
I think it's just a decision that they lost the early game pretty hard, and if they're gonna try to not contest the fights, then you want to get the most efficient item farm that you can.
And Jerax just casually forcing people to TP out. Walrus Punch can stop this though through magic immunity, and 666, I think he's just dead. He's gonna go down. Are any of his teammates in vision? No, nobody else helping him out. I don't think Lich just kind of left there with the Wyvern. I think you have to make a play to try to save your carry. I mean, yes, Shadow Fiend is starting
I don't think there was a play. I think you just die there if you try to help them. I understand what you're saying, but if you just run into them to try and divert attention, they're going to ignore you and then they're going to kill you as well, so it was just hopeless play. Unfortunately, spin TP is not a very good option this game.
Jerax has placed a very aggressive ward. They should have seen this. He's actually snowballing in Ice Shot. Walrus Punch. Cooldown gonna drop, and the Cold Embrace, always wanna fly, gonna end up killing himself. But the Lich ulti is bouncing, but it's killing the Lich because it's bouncing to the Blade Mail target. Mind Control hoping to take this again, but his Blade Mail has worn off, but he gets it with a rocket, and now Afterlife going down as well. Can Iceberg finally get a kill on someone? The Raise. He finishes the job. His TP out is too late though, and he explodes into a Requiem of Souls, and 666 has nowhere to go. Again, Liquid have gotten a 4-for-1 exchange, and this is so favorable for them, and maybe they'll be able to get more 666 trapped in there like a cat in a box. And I don't know what you do here.
Such a whitewash, it feels like. They really need to find a way to just turn down the tempo a tiny bit.
I mean, Gyrocopter here, he has options of going. He can say, I don't want to be stunned up anymore, I can go straight into a BKB, I can finish off Sanj and Yasha and be probably a bit too tanky for them to deal with at this point in the game. And look at the positioning on Liquid, they're just constantly in CIS Rejects jungle. I mean, next game, regardless of what happens, I think the Gyro's getting banned out.
The Gyro's definitely really good for their playstyle, but I feel like this game's mostly been on the Tusk. He won mid lane pretty much, and he enabled the Viper pick in his
top tower is
own
under attack.
right, I feel like, because if you pick Viper without a hero like that, it's not as strong.
666 taking a lot of damage, but on the other side, his teammates in a lot of trouble. Matomba Man is Winter's Cursed up. Splinter Blast doing quite a bit of damage, and can 666 finish something on the backline? Slaughter goes down, but at the same time, they finally take out Matomba Man. Iceberg might take a tumble here, though. The Requiem of Souls with the Blade Mail doing so much damage. 666 avoids that damage, of course, in the Omni Slash, but he may fall. Ice Shield's just off the mark. They'll get Gold Black in exchange, and it's okay to get the Lich, but they of course wanted the Juggernaut. They might also be able to catch Always Wanna Fly, uses the Cold Embrace, just delaying the inevitable. I think it's good to waste the time here, although there's nobody benefiting from this. It's not like Jug was off farming, although I guess you could say he's working towards that. And another favorable fight, I think, for Liquid overall. Yes, they actually ended up losing out on gold, but the same amount of experience, and they put themselves in a grand old position to take one of these tier 2s.
Yeah, or Roche.
Yeah.
But I feel like that Roche
Roche
is a good spot for CIS to fight, so it might be a bit too risky, and they just keep playing how they've been playing. You need to shut off control of the woods, get some more deep vision out. They already have 2 perfect wards that see most of the movement coming out from the Radiant. One of them's getting de-warded right now, but I always want to fly, so good game sense there. But I don't think they saw the one getting placed in the base, which is a really uncommon ward to have at 17 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not I felt it was odd that they missed it just because of Tusk's positioning, but maybe they just think Jirax is the ham master. He is getting close to his Blink Dagger. He might also be... Oh, we have a hook shot. Did it land? It did land. Afterlife is going down again. This poor Slaughter, he is getting nothing. And now the glimpse back is Goldblack gonna fall as well. Lich ulti comes up and it doesn't bounce. And with the Blade Mail, Goldblack's gonna inevitably go down. Cold Embrace delaying it again. Always want to fly though. Has the Winter's Curse in a few seconds. And they know Iceberg is here. They managed to push him away. Kuroki's still trying to run around. Drops another sentry for Iceberg. They still have the Static Storm. They do have a kinetic field. Can they lock in Iceberg? They see him again and he is just going to fall. A little bit of a misplay. Kuroki getting quite low, but not dead yet, and Always Wanna Fly just can't follow out a Shadow-Bladed Shadow Fiend. I want to talk some item pickups, because we have had some big things come out. We've got Disruptor, he had that blink at 17 minutes in. We've got the mech finished up on Fodder, allowing them to go even more dangerously. Always Wanna Fly, snowballed, Walrus punched, brought down, again, stuck in a kinetic field, and he's just gonna sit there and die. Maybe they do need to worry about taking another objective, though, for Team Liquid.
I don't think so right now, because you can see CIS, they aren't adjusting to the tempo of the game at all. They're constantly getting picked off, getting kind of greedy on the positioning, or trying to climb creeps. The Spider also gets picked bottom by a good glimpse.
Another time where I thought he'd be able to TP out, but no such luck, and Fodder just chillaxing in mid. We've just got such a gold lead, such an item advantage of Liquid, and they're really pushing it, understanding how strong they are. Over 10,000 gold ahead, probably actually 10,000 experience ahead when this graph settles down, and they're working at under 20 minutes in, they're working on a tier 3. Goldblack working on a mech, but it's going to come out too little too late, and the Juggernaut's Battle Fury means he can't fight here.
Yeah, this is going to be... I think it's a possible defense if Liquid go a bit too deep, but... I feel like you're at the point where you're constantly losing the fights. Sure, you want to defend your axe, but maybe it's better you just... Okay, maybe it isn't better, you just give it up. You definitely try to deep-push, but you have to be really careful here.
Yeah. Now, Iceberg going in. They've got a Winter's Curse. Can they do? They go... I'm really surprised they didn't go for the Requiem Souls. And now 666, he's in an awful spot. Call down gonna happen. 666 has no way out, and he falls. Goldblack gonna probably be the next one. He's hook-shotted in, but Iceberg, Jirax is going for him. The Lich ult doesn't bounce nearly enough. Jirax will be brought down as Lich goes down, but Fodder, he is ready to fight. No mech, but 17 one charges. Always Wanna Fly, taking a lot of damage. Splinter Blast comes out, but the one charges are popped. Kuroki manages to get the glimpse back on Iceberg as well, and how is this not GG? And as I say that, GG called. Quick game 1. We're headed into a game 2. I think we're back on schedule.
Yeah, Liquid making sure to make the admins happy.
Good guy, Liquid.
Yeah. They looked really good this game, but I have to attest some of that to CIS, just kind of playing the tempo Liquid wanted. They didn't stop and think what's happening, I feel like. They just kind of played into them, and it made them look really good. Like, the fights they took, they put the heroes to, like, the limit most of the time, and got away with it.
Yes, there was some plays there by Matamba Man that should not have worked, and worked out beautifully for him. Some things that I was certainly not expecting to see out of a gyrocopter today, but either way, we're gonna get you guys right into a game 2 after some words from the sponsors. Thank you all for watching. Once again, this is Star Ladder, Liquid versus CIS Rejects. I said that right. I'm Llama Down Under, joined by PqMz. We're all caffeined up now, so the costing should be getting a little bit better, but as always, we'd love your feedback on how to improve, and you can leave that